Let me tell you guys, this book is so fucking good. Oh my god, she's living my ideal life. I'm obsessed. This is gonna be a struggle, but it's fine. Hey everyone, it's Jenny and welcome back to my channel, This Story Ain't Over. Today, I thought I would do a little bit of a fun vlog where I swap my phone screen time with some reading. The past few weeks, especially like October, has been just a really difficult time. I think all of us know what's going on politically around the world. Genocide is happening, and it's just been really hard to like tear myself away from my phone and from the news and from all of this awful stuff going on. So obviously I don't think we should be turning a blind eye or not paying attention to the news, but I do think there's a way of healthily engaging with the news and not doom scrolling and not, you know, just getting into a tunnel of despair, which has kind of been the case for me. So I'm trying to get myself out of that tunnel of despair. I have so much reading that I am behind on, and I honestly, I'm just feeling more in the like cozy reading mood these days because it's November, the time change has happened, so it's like super dark really early in the evening, and I just feel like curling up with a book. So the way I'm going to do this video is I'm going to swap my phone screen time for 7 days for the next week, and the way I'm going to determine how much time I need to swap with reading time is by checking the statistics of how long I spent on my phone the exact week before. So today's November 10th, so I'm gonna go back exactly a week, which was October 27th, and I'm gonna take the time that I spent on my phone from that day and use that as the number I need to hit for today. So if we go into my phone and to my screen time from October 27th, we have 2 hours and 25 minutes. So that's the goal I need to hit for today. And then for the next days, it's pretty similar. I'm actually quite proud of my phone screen time for this particular week. I had checked the week before that and it was much worse. It was like almost 4 hours per day. So yeah, I don't think that's realistic for me to actually do, given that I have a full-time job and like, you know, can't spend 5 hours a day reading, though somehow I spend 5 hours a day on my phone. But still, the reason I chose like the week before this current week I'm in is because it was a little less, and so it seemed a little bit more manageable. So today's goal is 2 hours and 25 minutes, and I have a bunch of books that I want to read, so let me give you a sense of what I'm hoping to read with those 2 hours and 25 minutes. So number one on my list to read for today is one of the books that I'm considering for publishing with my publishing imprint, Boundless Press. If you missed it or you didn't know, I recently created something called a bindery, which is this platform much like Patreon that combines publishing with it. So if you become a member of my bindery, then you get exclusive content from me, and you also get to help me publish books with my imprint, Boundless Press. So part of the money that you pay in your subscription goes towards the publishing of books under my imprint, and you also get to be part of the process. You get to help me choose which books to publish, and you know what cover we should have, and all these different things. So I already have a bunch of exclusive videos up of the process, so I'm gonna be doing another one of those during this week as I read my top contender for publishing. So I've loaded that book up on my e-reader, so I'm gonna be reading on here, and then I want to give you guys a sense of the books that I'm currently reading right now as well. So I'm currently still in the middle of The Seven Moons of Mali Almeida. This one is going great, but honestly I just need to take it in bites because it can be a little bit heavy at some points, and it's also just like a lot of information, so I feel like I just want to read it slowly. And then the other book that I'm currently in the middle of is Freedom is a Constant Struggle by Angela Y. Davis. I have just been thinking more politically in the past month with everything going on, and this book also touches on Palestine, and this was like written quite a while ago, so it's just interesting to see how like the themes in this book still apply today. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. I'm only like a couple chapters in, but it's a quite quick read and like short book. And then I just kind of grabbed a stack of books that are all kind of short that I may want to read during this vlog. I will check back with you in a bit once I've done some of my reading. Hello my friends, it is a lot later. It is 6:14 p.m. I have gotten an hour and 12 minutes of reading done. It has been a struggle, let me tell you. I was reading a bunch of the manuscripts that I'm considering for publishing with Boundless Press. So if you want to get my thoughts on all of those, definitely go subscribe to Bindery and check out the exclusive content there. But now I feel like switching gears into a different book. I just really want to get into something that's like quick and fun and that will just kind of consume me, and that can be a really like fun, palate cleansing read. I feel like I've been reading a lot of long and intense books, so I really want to get something that is just like a quick and easy read. And since I really just want to enjoy my next read, I think I'm gonna go with a tried and true favorite author. I'm gonna go with Silver Nitrate. I'm gonna start this and see how it goes. I am just gonna try to focus and get into the book and get as far as I can with my next hour and 15 minutes that I need for today. So wish me luck. Hello, my dear friends. It is much later and I have finally finished my time count for the day. I got about 3 chapters into Silver Nitrate and it's going quite well. This is definitely different from some of her last couple books, I would say. It's like set in Mexico in the 80s, I think, and really delves into some really obscure stuff like Mexican films. So it's really interesting, but it's also like not something I'm super familiar with, but I'm liking the characters. I like that they are kind of flawed people, and we are getting perspectives from each of the main characters, so Montserrat and Tristan, and it's just interesting to see how they view each other, because like Montserrat has this huge crush on Tristan, and Tristan sort of sees her as like a really good friend, but he's got his own shit that he's going through. And I believe there's a speculative element to this book that should be coming into play at some point soon, so I'm excited for that. But so far I've just like cracked the surface of the book. In terms of the timing of today, I've reached 2 hours and 27 minutes. This is honestly a struggle to hit. Like I finished work and, you know, I made dinner and I was like trying to plan other YouTube stuff. I had to call my parents, and just like time kept slipping away from me, and I started to realize like, you know, this is why I haven't been reading as much, because there's just always so much to do, and making the time to read has been such a struggle lately, especially when compounded with my ADHD, which has just made focusing on things really difficult. So this is actually really nice because it kind of forced me to read, and I was like watching the clock and trying to focus on reading, and like, you know, kept telling myself, no, you can't stop, you can't like reach for your phone, you can't get up until you know, get to the time that you need to hit for today. So this has been quite an interesting exercise, and I am excited to see how much more reading I get done this week. Hello my loves, it's a new day. It is Saturday, November 11th, and today I have some exciting little news. So I had a package arrive in the mail yesterday after I had filmed all of my stuff, and it's a very exciting package because it's from the sponsor of today's video, which is Halara. So Halara is a female-founded company whose mission is to deliver top quality products at a fair price. Halara is really famous for their leggings. These are some of the softest, most durable and breathable leggings I've ever had, and they stretch so well, which is just perfect for me when I'm going to the gym. I just generally like wearing leggings like when I'm just chilling around as well, and it's so nice that these leggings don't feel plasticky. They feel so soft and they just like mold with my body. Halara also has some really great color options that are all striking and beautiful, and are also very versatile, so you can mix and match the tops and leggings in a really easy way. And I actually got a couple dresses from Halara as well, and this silver sparkly one is one that I actually wore out to dinner last night. It was a big hit and I just felt so confident and pretty, but it's also just like the perfect material that doesn't make me feel like tight and constricted. It's very breathable and comfortable. You don't have to sacrifice style in order to get comfortability with Halara. Another one I really liked was the Cloudful joggers. This one is pretty cool because it's got this hidden inside zipper pocket in one of the pockets, so you know that your stuff, maybe your earphones or your keys, are safe in the joggers even when you're on the move. Halara also sent me a couple of their pants. These are just so flattering. I love the wide leg fit of them. They also sent me a couple of their tops, which are just so great and breathable. There's the sports bra top that has a built-in bra in it, and then there's also the 2 long sleeves. I'm wearing one right now which has like the thumb holes and is just so flattering because it's got like the detailing around your breast. I really love all of the products that Halara sent me, so I highly recommend checking them out. If you want to grab any of the items that I showed you in the video today, you can go check them out in the links down below. And you can also get 20% off regularly priced items at Halara with my code STORY. It's definitely a great deal, and if you're looking to just like refresh your wardrobe or just get some really comfy and just breathable leggings, this is definitely the place to get them. So use the links down down below and grab that 20% discount with my code STORY. Thank you so much to Halara for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get into my goal for today. So this is day 2, this is Saturday, and if we go back to a week ago, last Saturday, the amount of time I spent on my phone was 2 hours and 30 minutes. So that's 5 minutes more than the Friday. So it's a similar goal to yesterday. And I feel like although yesterday's goal was a little bit tough to hit, I still think it'll be a lot more manageable today because it's Saturday. I am going out for lunch. I'm getting sushi, but I'll have some time to read on the streetcar ride to lunch, and I'll also have time afterwards when I'm back home. So the hope is that I can blast through more of Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia and potentially also read more of Freedom is a Constant Struggle by Angela Davis. I am just so excited by this experiment because it's making me really prioritize reading, and I think it's gonna get me out of my reading funk. We'll see. Hello my loves, it is a lot later. It's like 9:30 p.m. The day kind of got away from me. I went to lunch and then was hanging out with friends. I did end up getting some reading done on my streetcar ride to lunch and then also at my friend's place for about an hour. So I'm currently at 4 hours overall, and that means I need 1 more hour to finish off today because today's goal was 2 hours and 30 minutes and yesterday I got to 2 hours and like 27 minutes. So we're doing good. So I am gonna wash up for the night. I'm gonna clean up a little bit in my apartment, do some laundry, and then I'm gonna curl up again with Silver Nitrate. In terms of page progress, I have made it to page 97 in the book, so I'm about 7 chapters in. It's going quite well, but it is a bit dense, I will say that. It's got a lot of obscure references to it that is making it a little bit on the slower side for me. I feel like I just need to stick with it and I'll probably get to liking it a lot more. One last thing I wanted to say before I end this clip is that I'm starting to realize that although I'm like replacing phone screen time, I'm actually still spending a decent amount of time on my phone, but I'm making significant time in my day to read. So it's not necessarily that I'm replacing phone screen time, but it's rather I'm just making more time for reading, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reducing my phone usage. I don't know, maybe I'm doing this experiment wrong. Maybe I should try to reduce my phone usage in the next few days. We'll see. Good morning, my friends. Last night, I made the mistake of taking my meds a little too early, so I started to get super drowsy around like 10:30, and I just needed to sleep. So I didn't end up finishing my time goal yesterday. I got to a total of 4 hours and 27 minutes, so that's about 33 minutes less than what I should have been at. I should have been at 5 hours. So today, we're gonna tack on those extra 33 minutes onto today's goal, which is 3 full hours. So now I have to do 3 hours and 33 minutes today for Sunday. This should be interesting because in about half an hour, I'm gonna be leaving to go back home to my parents and go see my little cousin for his birthday. And so I'm not gonna have much time like during the middle of the day, but I'm hoping that I can come back to my apartment early and spend the evening just reading. I'll also have some time on my train ride to the suburbs and back. So that'll probably amount to about an hour and a half, hopefully, if I like read the entire time and don't get distracted on my phone. So that is the plan. Last night though, I did read like about half an hour-ish, and I got a little bit further in Silver Nitrate, and I also read a few pages in A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I don't know why I was feeling like picking this up, but I was just like looking through the books on my shelves and I was like, this might be a quick and fun and easy read. So yeah, I got like 15 pages into this. It's quite interesting. I might take this with me instead of Silver Nitrate. As I said last night, like this experiment is harder than I thought it would be, even though I have a pretty low phone screen time usage compared to like a lot of other people I know. So I don't know, we'll see how this goes. I feel like during the week is going to be even more difficult just because I'll have work and I'll only have the time after work to read, but then there's also like cooking and cleaning and just so many other things that come up during the day. So yeah, I totally feel it when people are like, I can't make the time to read, because it's like pretty hard when you have other stuff to do and when you want to just like have a social life as well. But again, I really am liking the way that like timing myself is making me feel like I have to read, and it's forcing me to read, and I am forcing myself to kind of focus, which is difficult with my ADHD sometimes. So I'm appreciating that a lot. Anyways, that's all I have to update you on right now. So I will check back with you later once I've done some more reading. It is about like 12 hours later. It is about 9 p.m. right now. I got home from going back to my parents and going for the birthday, and I went grocery shopping, made some dinner, and I thought I would update you on how my reading is going. Our total time right now is 7 hours and 11 minutes and 6 seconds. So we're doing pretty well. The goal for the end of today is 8 hours total. I only have like 50 minutes left to hit today, and I can definitely do that before bedtime tonight. In terms of what I've been reading, I took Diary of Blood with me on my train rides, and guys, I'm obsessed with this book. Like, I know the TikTok girlies were going insane over it and, you know, we're in love, but like, this is exceeding my expectations to another level. This is the hardcover, like, fully traditionally published version, and it's got this like beautiful embossed quote on it, which I love. I actually also own the self-published version of this book, and I think I tried to start the self-published version before, but wasn't feeling it when I bought it last year. So it's just surprising to me that like this time I just got sucked in, and I think there's several reasons why I like it so much. So one is that it's written in this like second person voice. So the main character of the book is one of Dracula's brides, Constanta, and basically she is writing this letter to Dracula, not really naming him, but calling him you, and, you know, addressing him in the second person. She's like recounting sort of how things started and how they came to be and all of her thoughts. And it's so freaking interesting. And what I love, secondly, about it is the main character. I love her. Third, I love that it is basically a slightly spooky, metaphorical way of talking about abusive relationships and controlling men and that kind of thing. Like, there's so many layers to the deception and manipulation going on, which I'm just loving seeing on the page, like seeing represented and seeing the character struggle with these things, because when you're in the position of being manipulated, it's so hard to understand it like in the moment, and it's not until you're looking back on it much later that you realize what has gone on. So yeah, something about that was just hitting me. The last thing I really like about this so far is that it is super queer as well, which I did not know going into it, and which has me so excited. Most of the characters are queer that I've met so far, and it's just a really great vibe. So yeah, I'm obsessed with this book. I'm already 150 pages in. This is how far I've gotten in, and that's like basically more than halfway through the book. It's not a long book by any means, but it's just very satisfying to have flipped that many pages in a single day. So I feel very proud of myself. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this tomorrow and then switch back to Silver Nitrate. Good morning, my friends. It is Monday, November 13th. It is the morning. I just got back from the gym, so I need a shower, change, do my makeup. I want to film a video before work begins, and then I'm gonna try to read more of A Diary of Blood during my lunch break. In terms of where we're at for the stopwatch today, we're at 7 hours and 38 minutes. So I'm like 22 minutes short of what I should have been at last night, but I kind of got tired at one point and I was like, I need to sleep so I can wake up for the gym. So I'm gonna finish those last 22 minutes today, and then also do the full amount that I need to do for today, which is 3 hours and 40 minutes. I feel like I'm probably not gonna hit the full 3 hours and 40 minutes because I have pole class tonight at 8:30. Though maybe I will. Maybe I can just spend like the evening after work just reading, and maybe I'll actually get through this. But I'll probably have to roll over some of it to tomorrow. This is gonna be a struggle, but it's fine. Anyways, that's my update. I'm going to read a little bit while I drink my protein shake and have my breakfast. So I'll check back with you later. Hello, my friends. It is a new day. It is Tuesday, November 14th. So last night I got to 9 hours and 56 minutes, and I honestly just couldn't do more than that because it was like getting late and I was tired. I had gone to pole class, but I do feel pretty proud of myself because I finished A Diary of Blood by S.C. Gibson. I have some thoughts about the ending, so I'll save that for my wrap up at the end of the month. But overall, super glad that I was able to like blow through this so quickly. Like, I haven't read a book in that short of a time in so long, so it was just really nice to just like really get through my reading slump with this. This morning while I was doing my makeup, I started House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This is another vampire book, and I think I'm just on like a vampire book mood, especially after A Diary of Blood. So I started this on the audiobook while I was doing my makeup this morning, and the audiobook is actually really great, so it was just making it easier to like get through the time and make use of the time while I'm doing my makeup. I'm a few chapters in now. It's going really great. I really like the premise of it. The main character is basically a really poor girl in this fantasy world, and she sees this like newspaper ad for blood maids, which are these women who are given to like these noble houses and work there as like indentured servants or people, and their primary job is just to like provide blood to the nobles of the house. It seems really interesting so far, so I'm excited to see how it goes, and it's pretty short as well. It's like less than 300 pages. I have tried to read the author's other book, The Year of the Witching, before, and I couldn't get into that one, but this one somehow is just like so much easier to get into for me, so I'm really enjoying it. But in terms of time goals, I was supposed to hit, I think, 11 hours and 40 minutes by the end of yesterday, and I am currently at 10 hours and 37 minutes after listening to House of Hunger this morning. So I'm still an hour off from yesterday's time, but I also need to read another 2 hours and 38 minutes for today. So that would take me to a total of 14 hours and 18 minutes. So yeah, I definitely need to get through a lot more, basically 3 more hours, but I think it might be possible. Hello, my friends. It is a new day. It is Wednesday, November 15th, and it's currently 6:45 in the morning. I got up intending to go to the gym, but then realized I still needed to edit a video and do some reading, and that I was kind of behind on things, so I'm gonna stay home for the morning and try to get a bunch of things done before work. In terms of where we're at with the timer, last night I got to 13 hours and 17 minutes, so that's about an hour shy of where I should have been at by the end of yesterday. We're a little bit behind, but I think we can catch up. Today's goal is to get us to 17 hours and 40 minutes, which will knock out the 3 hours and 22 minutes I need to do for today, for Wednesday. One thing I'm noticing about this experiment is that the days that I have like a free evening, I am reading less, and the days that I have only a short amount of time to read, I'm reading more. And I think it's because when I have like a free evening, like I did yesterday, I think, oh, I have time to read, but then I end up not having time by the end of the night. So that was kind of what happened yesterday. Time snowballed away from me, so I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to. Though I did do a lot of reading during the day. I listened to the audiobook of House of Hunger on my walks to work and back. I listened to it a little bit during my lunch break and like when I was doing menial tasks at work. I do think my mind drifted a little bit while I was listening to the audiobook. I feel like I don't have as strong of a sense at the beginning. When I got home, I started like listening to the audiobook and reading along on the physical copy, so that helped a lot. So now I feel more grounded in the story, and it's going really well. This is very interesting and like a little bit different than what I expected. So far, I don't think it's been that spooky, but there are some elements that have been introduced that I think will make it a little bit more spooky, and the overall premise is quite interesting. Basically, the main character is going out to become a blood maid at this noble house, but the house is actually led by a woman. There's a lot of sapphic undertones, and I think there's gonna be some sort of sapphic relationship as well, or romance. In terms of where I'm at in the book, I am 154 pages in, so this is how far I've gotten done. So I'm about like halfway through, maybe even more than halfway. And then I'm debating whether I want to finish Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia or potentially start a new book. And I'm thinking of starting Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. Something about how I'm feeling today is like putting me in the mood to read a sort of sad romance. One thing about Silver Nitrate is that it was kind of going slow, but also it is one of the nominees in the Goodreads Choice Award category for horror. So I'm thinking maybe I'll read more of it for that vlog instead. Hello my loves, it is a lot later. It is about 7 p.m. right now. Went into the office today, started to feel a little bit better after like just seeing people and talking to people and getting some work done. And then to make myself feel even better, I decided to go to the independent bookstore near my apartment and I grabbed a few books. books. So I went on a little book shopping spree just because a few of these I wanted physical copies of, and also I just wanted to potentially grab something to read for the end of this vlog or to read for some of the upcoming vlogs that I have. Initially, I just meant to go get some of the like fantasy or horror nominees for the Goodreads Choice Awards so I could potentially use those in vlogs, but unfortunately the bookstore didn't have most of them. But they did have one nominee, which was Evil Eye by Patitoff. This is one of the fiction nominees, and it's by a Palestinian American author. It was actually really funny. I was like looking at the back of the book, and in the author's bio it mentions that she owns a coffee shop and bookstore called Books and Beans, and it's named after her Instagram account, Books and Beans. And so I just read that and I was like, oh my god, she's living my ideal life. I want to do that. Like, I want to own a bookstore and a coffee shop all in one day. Maybe one day, guys. I'll make it happen. So I'm probably gonna hold on to this, I think, for the fiction nominee reading vlog that I'll likely do. With that said, in terms of my reading, I am currently at a timer of 14 hours and 38 minutes. So we've officially hit the goal that I needed to be at yesterday, but I do need to read like 3 hours more to hit today's goal, I believe. So I have about 3 hours until bedtime, basically, to get this reading done, and I definitely should be able to finish House of Hunger because I am currently at page 208 and the book is only 290 pages. So I'm very close to the end and it's starting to like go towards the climax. I am feeling that although this one has been fun, I am not finding it to be like 5 out of 5 star. I think it's gonna be closer to like a 3.5, maybe 4, depending on the ending. Just because one of the things that's not super vibing with me is the romance in this. Somehow the romance just isn't making sense to me because I feel like it just happened very suddenly without really any cause. I'll have more concrete thoughts about this in my wrap up at the end of the month, but yeah, I'm close to finishing this, so I'm excited to see what I think of it by the end. I will probably update you later tonight or tomorrow morning, so until then, bye. Good morning, my friends. It is a new day. It is actually 2 days later. It's Friday today. It's the morning. I had a day yesterday. It was a really long day. Like, I went to the gym. I had a lot of meetings at work. I had meetings like right at 9 a.m. at work. So I didn't have the chance to like film a clip before I went to work. And then after work, I went out with coworkers and then I went to go get my nails done. And then I was just so dead tired by the end of it that I just couldn't turn the camera on. So that's why you're getting this update much later. And although yesterday should have technically been my last day of this video and I should have hit the goal of 22 hours and 33 minutes, I did not. So we're gonna continue this video to today. I wanna hit that number of 22 hours and 33 minutes. And yesterday I did get some reading done while I was at work, on my way to work, and like, you know, in between things while I was at the nail salon. So I got up to 17 hours and 36 minutes. So pretty decent, but still nowhere near where I need to be. So I basically have about 5 more hours to go. I have a really light work day today, and so I think I can get a lot of reading done during work and then also after work. I'm gonna go to pole class later tonight and maybe go out with a friend for dinner. But until then, I think I'm gonna have a chill day and get a bunch of reading done. But in terms of what I was actually reading yesterday, so on Wednesday I had actually finished House of Hunger. It was good. The ending had a little bit more to it, which made it a little bit more exciting. But overall, while I really enjoyed it, I don't think it was like a 5-star read for me, but still really great. So Wednesday night I was like, what should I start to read? And I did pick up Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake, and I read like a chapter or two. Wasn't completely feeling it. Like, I wanted something a little bit quicker. So while I was at work yesterday, I ended up downloading the audiobook for Finley Donovan is Killing It by El Cosimano, I think. And this is basically a cozy mystery that has been on my list for ages to read, and I've heard so many great things about it. I know it's a series. It's got like multiple sequels to it, and I just know so many people who really love the series, so it had always been on my list to pick up, and it seemed like it was going to be a really quick and fun read. So I started listening to the audiobook while I was at work, and it was just so freaking good. Like, it's just so much fun. The story is basically about this like early 30s mom who is struggling balancing her kids and taking care of them, and then also dealing with her ex-husband, and then also dealing with the fact that she needs to write a book on contract, and like she's falling behind and she can't focus and she really needs needs the money and she's behind on all these bills. Through some sort of misunderstanding, which you go through in the first few chapters, this woman basically approaches her with this offer that if Finley can kill this woman's husband, then she'll pay her a bunch of money. So it's this really funny and interesting situation, and it's like one of those mysteries where it's just a series of unfortunate events for the main character and she's just trying to figure it out along the way. And yeah, overall it's just like really endearing and really fun. So it seems like it's gonna be a super quick read. I'm already 2 hours into the audiobook and I have about 7 hours left of it. So I think can definitely finish this in my 5 hours of reading today. Anyways, that's my update for today. I'm so tired and exhausted, so it's gonna be a pretty chill day today, and we're just gonna get some reading done. So I'll check back with you later on. So I am very happy to announce that I've finally gotten to the full time limit, which is 22 hours and 33 minutes. I've successfully replaced 22 hours and 33 minutes out of my week with reading. And honestly, it paid off. Although I finished a day late, I was able to finish 3 whole books. So today during work, I was listening to the audiobook of Finley Donovan is Killing It while I was just doing some work and making some slides. Let me tell you guys, this book is so fucking good. I had so much fun with it. It was such an entertaining read, and I was just like so glued to the story. The audiobook narration is fantastic, and I highly recommend it if you are gonna pick up this series, because something about the way the narrator narrates like all of the voices and adds tension to the story is just so fantastic, and it honestly just made the entire experience really enjoyable. So I was able to finish the book after I had finished work, and then I had still an hour left, so I decided to start the sequel, which is Finley Donovan Knocks Him Dead. And even this is starting off on a great note. The end of the first book sort of leads you into the second book, I think, and it was done really nicely. And honestly, I'm just so impressed and so glad that I finally picked this up. I had a feeling it would be good, but I didn't think I would like it this much. It was so entertaining, and I love the main character, and I'm just so excited to see like how the later books go, because I know there's like even a 4th one coming out, I think next year. So has me hyped, cannot wait, and I'm definitely going to be picking up the other books in the series after I get through my next reading vlog. But with that said, I feel like this experiment was semi-successful. Although I didn't finish the full time that I needed to within the week, even though I took the extra day, I still feel like I accomplished so much with the 22 hours and 33 minutes of reading and the 3 books that I finished. I haven't read this much like within such a short period of time in so long, so it's so nice to have like accomplished this, but it's also reminding me of how easy it can be when you prioritize reading in your day. Like knowing I wanted to come home and read and relax, or knowing I wanted to prioritize reading during like my little snatches of time just really helped me like actually get to reading, and I just had so much fun with it. Really glad I did this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the journey of this week as I replaced my phone screen time with reading. And that's about all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, go check out my Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok, and Bindery community down below. You can get exclusive content from me there and also join me as I publish books. And also, if you haven't heard, I have a free Discord community down below as well, which you can go check out. We chit chat about books and other things on the Discord, and it's just a really nice community space. So if you were looking for something like that, definitely go join. And it's a great place to just like chat with other viewers of my channel. With that said, I'll see you guys in my next video, and please remember that this story ain't over. Bye!